In this video, I will show you how to calculate rate of change, also called slope. And so I have one example here that just gives you kind of the formula for slope, or kind of the definition of how you were to calculate it. And I want to go over a couple things. So you'll see that it says note there, and I want you to write this down, or if you don't have your note sheet, look at how the formula is set up, and then this you need to memorize. So you need to use the same order of subtraction, and that's with your x and your y. So notice how on the top it's the second minus the first, and on the bottom it's the second minus the first. Well, you technically could pick which point you call point 1 and which point you call point 2. But if you take this y minus this x, then you have to take this x minus this x next. So the order has to be the same for your points. So if you call this point 1, then you have to take this first y minus the second y and the first x minus the second x. So I guess technically it doesn't matter which point you start with, but if you start with this point, you have to take that y minus the other y and this x minus the other x. The order has to be the same. And then it also says here the slope represents the steepness. So how steep your line is. And algebraically, the slope is the coefficient, meaning the number in front of the x term. And so we have this formula for linear algebra called y is equal to mx plus b. The coefficient m is the slope of your equation, which is the coefficient of the letter x.